I'm going to show you how to finish drywall. Won't be any of the fancy whipping, snapping, and scraping. I'm just going to show you the basics and show you how you get it done, the things you don't normally see. First thing I do is I take a hammer, if you're using screws, and I tap my screw, and that way it makes an indentation in the drywall. That will help finish your screw holes as such. Right? No problem. Now, I'll take my end joints just like this. I kind of taper those as well. Next thing, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to fill all the cracks and gaps in my drywall. You're going to take your mud, just like this, fill the crack up. So you go along your whole area, you're going to tape, fill the crack in first, let that dry. If you can do the crack filling the day before, that works great. Now we're going to get the joint ready for the tape. And how we're going to do that is we're going to put some mud right over this seam. You don't want really any pressure on it. You're just going to lay your mud up there, pull it, use a taping knife. That way you don't have a whole lot of mud on the wall. I'm not the best at this, and I don't claim to be. But I know the basics, and I know how to finish it, and not have imperfections in the wall. Just as such, no pressure, just lay your knife there and pull it. Once we get this seam mudded all the way down, we're going to take a look at putting the paper on the wall. If you look at your paper, you can see a seam right here in the middle. Alright, we want that seam to be in the wall. So we're just going to roll this seam out with my one hand. This is hard to do one-handed. It'd be much easier with two. Alright, when you get to the corner, you just want to tear it off. After you get to the corner and tear it off. Now, when you pull your tape, you want to pull it lightly. You want to leave some mud behind your tape. You don't want all the mud to come out. Where the mud adheres the tape to the wall. Light pressure, you just want to pull one direction, just like this, all the way to the corner. There's the spot. Alright, here's a good example of a spot that did not have enough mud. As you can see, it didn't adhere to the wall really good. So we just put a little mud under it and fix that. There we go, just like that, right? Okay, now take your knife to the high side, lightly scrape off the excess, take it to the low side. Do the same thing. Just like that. And if you're like me, I'm not very good, so you're going to end up with some cow patties in the floor, and that's okay. So put you down some plastic or some old sheeting like I have here. You don't have too big of a mess to clean up when you get done. And there it is, taped. Now, screw holes. Since we indented them, I will show you how that's going to look. Like that. And that's it. Now get your tape coat on, let that dry, then we're going to come back and put our second and third layer of mud to finish it out.